I wonder what randomly dropping new parts means for the future of the game. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard, there has been a bit of a leak. We are getting new mech parts and new weapons, I believe, in an upcoming update for Armored Core. Allegedly. I've seen what they were talking about. It seems pretty legit, but you never know. Considering that a lot of people thought they weren't going to even patch the game as much as they did, and I don't know. So, what do these leaks say about the future of the game? Not sure, but let's go into it. Let's see what people are talking about, and let's try to see if there's a possibility of DLC in the future. Who knows? Who knows? It only takes one good point for us to start speculating. If you've been on the sub today, you've seen the patch notes of 1.05 accidentally being posted online by a third party instead of From Software themselves. And it included new parts. 4 new weapons, a heavy machine gun, a pulse missile launcher, whoa, a back-mounted Gatling gun, and a back-mounted laser cannon. Oh, okay. Makes sense. And an entire new lightweight Snyder frame set featuring new quad legs. Okay, so lightweight tetrapods, yes. And it just makes me wonder, what does it mean? Is it cut content they kept working on? Is it send-off before the new game or expansion? A celebration for the success of the game for the first time, leaving its niche and being directly popular. Oh, decently popular. Yeah, I mean, Armored Core 6, Action Game of the Year. Should have been in the Action Game slot for Game of the Year, as I said, because that makes sense. But it's the Game Awards, and they don't really care about that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm not gonna rant. Or some kind of teaser. Oh, dude, if we get a new teaser, that'd be cool. But yeah, okay, so a heavy machine gun, a pulse missile launcher, a back-mounted Gatling gun, and a back-mounted. So I don't know. A new laser cannon. We already have a lot of laser cannons, but the pulse missile launcher makes sense. A new heavy machine gun also makes sense, and a back-mounted Gatling gun also makes sense. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think this is very good. We've seen some cut content. None of the new parts are in it. That's interesting. That doesn't necessarily mean it was content that was left out, but there's that. Not sure what it really means. I mean, that's fair. We're all speculating. I think it's really a great thing if they just pepper us with new parts here and there with the balance patches. I imagine it's probably harder to balance them than it is to model and animate new parts. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. If we get balance patches and then like new weapons here and there, I think that'll be a huge upgrade for what PvP has right now. I'm seeing too many of the same weapons in PvP nowadays. It's kind of getting a bit stale. So hopefully some balance patches can kind of shake things up. But I'm sure new weapons are going to shake things up. I'm not going to lie. I want to use that lightweight tetrapod. That's very interesting. Previous patch notes contained the following at the end. We will continue to provide improvement updates in the future to allow players to further enjoy Armored Core 6. Thank you for all the support. I think this is more than just lip service. They intend to provide long-term support for the game with more content. At least that's how I take it. I mean, yeah, that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. Now, do we get a... Oh man, I just hope they add more PvP modes. If we don't get like a full-blown DLC, I hope we get more PvP modes at least. But you know what? With new parts, that's not new PvP modes aren't out of the question, I believe. A nice free-for-all would be extremely fun. That'll be the shake-up. Oh man, that would be so chaotic, dude. Definitely. Hopefully they have that on the radar. I wouldn't put too much thought into it. Some people have immediately assumed new free parts means no expansion, but that's not true nowadays. Monster Hunter, for example, updates the base game like 5 times before dropping major paid expansions. I don't think it's evidence for getting an expansion or not. I'm just happy to have new toys. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. I wonder. I'm actually curious of how the other games were updated compared to Armored Core 6. Like, dude, Armored Core 6 had quicker updates than Elden Ring, so I don't know. And Elden Ring is going to get an expansion, so yeah, I don't know. I still wouldn't say we're getting DLC, to be honest. I don't think this is a sign that we are going to get DLC, but it is definitely a sign that they're cooking. They're definitely cooking on something. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I feel like a new mode would be the easiest for them, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't think From Software is the most consistent. It's so weird. Their history is consistent, but the way they go about doing their things, it's always not consistent. So they're consistently not consistent in consistent ways. I don't know, man. Oh, jeez. Trying to guess what From Software is up to is like, ugh. It's tough. It's tough. Until it's actually been confirmed by an official source, I'm going to be taking the patch stuff with a grain of salt. Yeah, fair. Considering all the recent bounce patches, etc., I doubt they'd release something without PvP game balance in mind. Well, yeah. But yeah, at the very least, maybe we pump the brakes a little bit. Now, the update did say 1.05, so that's accurate. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you know, yeah, the thing is, I doubt they release something without PvP game balance in mind. I feel like PvP balance is all they've had on their mind. It looks like they're more into PvP and Armored Core than they are Elden Ring for whatever reason. I don't know. Definitely going to be an interesting future for Armored Core, considering these leaks. If this is all true, which we don't have confirmation of, last I checked, then I'm taking it as an excellent sign for the future of the game. AC as a series is a game that can add a ton of new content and playtime to the game just from adding a handful of new parts like this every now and then. Yeah, definitely. PvP would, yeah, dude, PvP needs a little bit of a mix-up, just a little bit. It would be a great way to keep the PvP community engaged and interested, adding new factors and build options to the mix while also providing a reason for even casual players to come back, maybe replay the story and mess around with the new parts, make some cool cosplay builds, etc. AC6 is the perfect sort of game for long-term updates and investment, as small updates like this can extend the lifetime of the game for a huge amount of time, and serves as perfect in-between content, bits between initial release and potentially more expansive content like DLCs or additional campaigns, or different games utilizing the same engine and pieces as have been done before AC. Okay, yeah. Now, is From Software using Armored Core 6 updates as a way to give us some sort of bits and pieces of content before the Elden Ring DLC, though? Is that a possibility? I don't know, man. I don't know. I would hope not. Hopefully they're adding content in Armored Core 6 to make Armored Core 6 good for the future, but if they're updating Armored Core 6 to keep people engaged before Elden Ring DLC, I think they already missed the boat on that. Elden Ring interest is at like it's like, dude, man, it's a shame. I feel like Elden Ring should have had a lot more momentum in PvP. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Some of their updates have been hit and misses. There's never been an Elden Ring update that's just been good across the board. It's always been, oh, this is good and this is crap. Like, this is good and this could ruin it. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, okay. Similar to how fighting games will release an Ultimate sort of edition. Okay, so yeah, we might get like an Ultimate edition of Armored Core 6. That's interesting. But I think the big takeaway in this is if this is true, then it's a very good sign for the game. Yeah, I agree. At the very least, it's a good sign. Yeah, very good breakdown.